We're back on some forgotten island in some plains. We just went for a wizard named Icorno, plundered his every riches, and now we go back sailing, and we already have a destination. The Deadfire seas. We want to go to Motare Okosi, a fabled island connected to the legendary Ukaizo, kind of a Deadfire Atlantis, lost with superior technology. Here. Well, we already were here. I always have to look around if some captains aren't nearby. So. The time is now. What's there? There's hungry shoals. Maybe we'll avoid them. If they're so hungry. There's a burial site. Nice. And there's something called Motare Okosi. There's also another island here. Well, that seems to be okay. A shipwreck. Oh, we cannot reach Motare Okosi from here, so we have to go around, actually. That's pretty interesting. I mean, a shipwreck... I think I want to get there still. Because it's just not a shipwreck, but it's a shipwreck with a name. You can't remember an abandoned sloop. Run aground on the beach. The nearby coral and volcanic rocks may have smashed its hull to kindling. But there might still be something salvageable in the hold. We gained a cannon, the Iron Thunderer. 16 milk. Okay. Alright, I love milk. Let's get some cocoa. What is that now? Hey, hey. Where have we arrived? You disembark on a calm beach. A thick tree line ahead separates you from the deeper jungle. You see evidence that another landing party arrived here before. Booted tracks lead off into the jungle, though it doesn't look as if anyone returned this way. We could listen for a bit. The beach is conspicuously quiet, and it takes you a moment to realize what's missing. The chirp or warble of birds. Then you spot it, the subtle movement in the tree line. You're not alone. Let's show our empty hands. I know you're out there. Let's talk about this. Several Huana warriors, decorated with a face paint of the Wahaki, calmly emerge from the tree line. Ah, our friends. A tall warrior steps forward, grinning at you. All the while. Keen senses, friend, let us speak. He gestures to a spot on the beach. Yeah, let's parley. Hello there, wow. They are really towering. The Wahaki warrior crosses his arms and appraises you with a critical eye. Face paint adds definition to his already severe features. He stretches his mouth open wide and lets out a prolonged... Yo. Is there a problem?
I am deciding that as we speak. Choose your words with care.
Says Mbita.
You are known to us, outsider. But your presence disturbs me all the same.
He cradles an axe in both hands and turns it over with slow, deliberate motions. Careful there. You could hurt yourself.
This is no place for gods. No place for mortals either.
Oh, then what you're doing here?
You step on the grounds of Motare Okosi. I can tell from your expression that you have no idea what this means to our tribe.
He lets the axe hang at ease by his side, though his fingers release none of their tension. I know what it meant to your ancestors. This was part of an ancient Huana evacuation route.
Akira, you know your history better than I guessed. You have the favor of the Wahaki, which is why I tell you this in words and not in bloodshed. Do not set foot in the jungles of Motare Okozi. It would be a breach of our traditions, and a trip through Rakuhu's bowels for the likes of you.
Oh, come on. You're looking at death.
I thought my message to the Huana Prince was clear. He needs reminding that to trespass on the jungle ruin is a death sentence.
Mbita narrows his eyes at you. What's so dangerous about Motare Okozi?
We do not venture into the deeper jungle, but we know it for what it is. A place where nature has gone mad.
He lets the silence drag on until the point has its deserving emphasis.
It is not for me to explain the tales of our people, but I warn you to keep your distance. Motare Okozi has claimed more lives than you would guess.
Let's have it. How many?
Imagine a number. It is more, I say. This island soured in an age when tribes were vulnerable and separated from their kin. It grew teeth where none had sprouted before. Imagine the feast laid out for an opportunistic glutton.
Why do the Wahaki protect this island?
We plan for the day when we will recover our past where we left it. On the shores of Lost Ukaizo.
Huh.
While foreigners take our lands out from under us, that future grows more distant.
He flares his nostrils and looks toward the shore.
The ruins in the deeper jungle. They are too precious to risk in an outsider's hands.
I'm looking for a lost expedition and knowledge of the island Ukaizo. He shares a guarded look with the other warriors. Something private, buried under layers of exchanged looks and understanding passes between them.
You will find only bones and ruin, blighted with decay, and worse. The deeper jungle is fouled. Nature is wrong here, and your very presence makes her drool with hunger.
Her? Mbita holds his silence, but his stare is full of warning. Why do you assume the prince sent me?
Explorers from Neketaka landed here. You must know by now they did not return. It is no wonder the prince sent a second group to find the first. He cares more about riches and plunder than the lives of his servants.
Oh, so you were the one who sent the prince that bloodied cloth, weren't you?
Akira, the island is closed to outsiders. All who set foot here are doomed to perish.
Well, not us.
The prince sent explorers into the maw of this island. Their drained corpses and bloodied clothes were all they left behind. If Aruihi intends on repeating his mistakes, I am thinking he will not stand for long against the foreigners. To the depths with him, then.
Mbita spits on the sand.
A prince of Neketaka should put the wishes of his people over his ambition.
Well, thank you for the warning, but I'll be going now.
Rosare does not share my reservations about you, and I have several of those. If you earned her confidence, I would be a poor excuse of a warrior to stand in your way. But I would be an even poorer host if I stood aside and allowed the beasts of the jungle to suck your marrow. You see how I am torn in half.
Mbita draws a line in the sand with his toe. He focuses down on it thoughtfully. I can handle myself in a fight if it comes to that.
I don't doubt it. I am out of practice letting outsiders onto our lands.
He sighs to himself and shrugs, kicking sand over the line he drew.
May you live to see cleaner shores than these, outsider.
Mbita inclines his head with respect. And now, it's getting darker. Something happens. Ooh. All right. Something happened. That was weird. That was something weird with the game going on there. It's probably the strange nature here. Oh, look. The colors changed. There's a burial site here. And we'll definitely search the location a couple of times. Maybe we'll find something. Blightheart? What is that? What did we find here? Inaccurate, blunted criticals. Exceptional though. Living Wood, 20% chance to cast corrode damage cone from self and hobble target on attack. A small oilskin wrapped letter lay with the arquebus in the grave. The penned letters are blocky and deliberate. Well, now you've done it, fool. I don't know if you'd be a grave robber, just an opportunistic knacker, but you've stepped into a mess in either case. You found the gun, and I don't suppose anything I write here will convince you to put it back where you found it, so be it. Listen, and listen well. There be dark places in certain forests where souls linger after death. Hangman trees, quicksand mires, dead falls, and the like. Places where people meet their end. The Menprogra find these places hungry for the soul energies. I seen them. It was my job to clear them out of the woods, them and other monsters, and I was damn good at it. Good enough to become prideful and foolish. I killed me a big one, a Menprogra matriarch. I mean, bitch she was, cruel and hungry, thought I'd make her into a trophy. Took a twisted wooden heart out and fashioned a new tool of my trade. There's a blank area at the bottom of the letter, as if some of the text is missing. An inaccurate arquebus with less crit damage, deflection, but exceptional. And with a living wood. Corrode damage, cone from self and hobble target on attack. Chanter, ranger, wizard. That thing is fascinating. I'll find some money. The scroll of nature's mark. And nothing else. We stand before Mutare Okozi. What will we find in this wretched place? Where nature has gone mad. Found the door to a beautiful ruin. We see the patterns in the stone. There are some beings here. Shapes of human forms. But without heads, or strange heads at least. And this seems like a serpent without a head. Curious patterns. There's something in the water. Crocodiles. What is there? Well, seems like there's some mushrooms here. Rather blood moss. Beautiful fern. Who is that guy?
Help! Please!
Yeah, but before we help, let me have a guard here. And another one.
Right here.
And then we'll send Kevaver.
Complanka! Help me!
Thorn-covered vines encircle this Valian woman, constricting around her in a deadly embrace. Her speech gets cut short as one of the vines about her midsection tightens its hold, nearly forcing the breath from her lungs. Gritting her teeth, she braces against the vines and fights to steal back some breathing room.
Stinking weed!
She regards you with tired and bloodshot eyes. Let's see if we can do something about those vines.
Thank you. Only I don't know how we're going to manage it.
She strains at the tangled mass of vegetation. If I pulled the larger vines away, you could squirm out of there?
Maybe. This vine is squeezing me hard enough to make a chore of it. but I am needing all the help I can get.
She offers you an encouraging nod. We'll pull with our hands.
Madiko! The damn thing is getting tighter.
Baltia winces and grits her teeth with determination.
I hope that you have a strong grip, Frero, or this could end poorly for me.
Oh, watch and learn. Brace yourself and grab hold of the thickest vine, careful to avoid the worst of the thorns. Try as you might get a good grip, the vine will not budge. As you fruitlessly strain and wrench, you inadvertently rake your palm across a row of bristling thorns. Baltia begins to shriek at the top of her lungs as the vines constrict around her, crushing bones and spraying blood in all directions until that all that you see of her is a hand reaching out from the corrupted green mass. In no time at all, her muted screams fade to nothing. Well, that didn't work out. Apparently this is a dangerous place. This is quite disheartening. Let's rest. Hey dog, be careful. Wow. We'll see each other in the next episode, my friends. In this extremely deadly place. See you soon. And happy gaming.